here. What's going on? I'm learning though. Living and learning. I can work with that first one though. What's up, good people? You got Lavelle here. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Coming to you once again with another reaction video to this whole MJ Harris saga. What I ask that you do before we get in is take a moment to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Click that subscribe button and remember that notification bell so you're aware when I upload new videos, which I promise will be at least weekly. I promise that. But let's get into it. So if you watched the previous video, card above, then you know that we are continuing on with this MonogamyGate series. And so I'm going to jump right in and let you see how I came to the conclusion that this whole thing was a sham. Yes, MJ Harris was pulling stunts and tricks on us, or trying to, but we're too smart for that, right? So I'm gonna get right into it and give you my commentary and reaction along the way. So let's get this going. Make sure we're starting at the very beginning. And the title of this one was Me and Corey Have a Very Heated Talk About Monogamy.
Y'all come in here and click like and click share.
Notice the sad music track.
Bottom line, we've been talking about building a relationship together. You all have seen a lot of that journey. A lot of people push for us to get in a relationship together. There's a big issue that we have. When we were discussing getting into a relationship, Corey mentioned that
More vodka and pineapple.
He doesn't believe in monogamy.
Tito.
He does not want to be in a monogamous relationship.
Duh.
He wants the ability to have sex with other people. While with me, I am monogamous.
You sound judgy.
That's my thing. I've only ever. You can explain yourself. Like, why do you even feel that way?
Well, I just know that for me, I'm
gotta explain himself.
a very hypersexual individual.
So am I.
And with that, I know how I am. I know that I'm going
MJ Harris ain't having it.
You know, I'm gonna see other. You know, guys are gonna be around.
But when you get in a relationship, that doesn't mean you put on horse blinders. We all see other people.
That's true.
It's almost like he's trying to change his mind.
Other people, but at the same time, like I don't like to have limits sexually. I don't like to have those type of
Corey's acting well in this one, though.
You can have limitless sex. I mean, and understand me when I say this. I'm not trying to convince you that monogamy is the way to go. I guess for me, it is just that you've known my feelings about this. You know what I mean? And I don't understand. Go ahead. I'm sorry, go ahead. I don't mean to cut you off.
Well, I mean, for me, like, I know that when it comes to sex, regardless of
tremble
how
voice.
sex is one person.
Who knew porn stars
like,
I be so great,
to a point where
great actors?
I'm gonna want sex from another source, and it's not anything against you. It's just that I like to have variety. I like for there to be something different.
I've seen a couple of porns. He loves variety.
It's just, you know, inviting somebody else into our bed, or, you know, whatever case may be. Not even necessarily our bed, but, you know, even if we go and mess around with somebody else, like, that's something that I'm completely
the MJ is
feel
like
I would need. And it's like not the fact that I'm trying
to like, you're not going to fall out and die if you don't get to have sex with everyone that you find attractive.
That's true. That's true. I'm not. But at the same time, I know how I am, and monogamy is just something that I've never like. I've been thrown monogamy off the table. Like I've never like.
And you never thought to say this before we got to this point.
I was like, you know, newly coming out and whatnot. I was like, I thought about, you know, the dream of, you know, having that.
This sounds like a second or third date conversation at the least. You know,
I'm only going to be with this one person. But, like, that just changed.
What's going on with the shirt MJ got on? Is that lace?
So
that is lace. I thought it was a leather patch or something.
Let's just start there. Forget the whole idea of how uncomfortable it would be for me to be in the kitchen making dinner. Like, oh, let me text Corey. Oh, can't reach him right now because he's out, you know, banging whoever. You know, but let's take that off the table. I've seen so many relationships where
we ain't gonna never take that off the table.
One person believes that they can't keep their stuff in their pants, and then they try to be open, and ultimately the other person's just agreeing to it just because they want to keep that person, and the relationship falls apart. I've seen that. I've seen the relationships where it's open and the other person, one of the people end up utilizing that openness as a way to form a whole nother relationship with somebody else. Definitely seen that more than enough times. I've seen openness where, because you don't have to cultivate intimacy with your partner anymore, because you got an outlet here, you got an outlet there, your partner ends up becoming basically a glorified
now it's like MJ's using this as a time to get into his motivational
to
talking.
That partner and cultivating intimacy after the honeymoon phase ends, and y'all not like bunny rabbits wanting to do it 24/7. Now it's time to cultivate that intimacy. But if you know you always have an outlet here and an outlet there to go wherever you want, you have no reason to ever cultivate that. And after a while, I have seen this in couples where they become, I don't want to say unattracted to each other, but the sexual fire goes because they know they can always get it elsewhere.
I say, I see completely
what say
what
you,
you're saying
Corey?
in reference to that. And I've seen the same thing. I've seen the exact same thing on, it happened to me before. I've seen it happen to other people.
So you still want an open relationship?
Well, that didn't work out, but that was an entire another set of circumstances. Like, there was so much other stuff that was going on that went deeper than that. Like, that was a small factor in addition to a bunch of other things.
Oh, the cheating was a small factor, or starting a whole new relationship?
In reference to
that's small.
What didn't work, I know why that didn't work, but I know I'm friends with a lot of couples that have open relationships.
And they started out open, or they became open?
They started off open.
Corey looked frustrated and like, I'm tired of being judged.
Like, if you start off monogamous,
but how do you build a foundation of trust and connectedness when you're fucking?
I will give them that this part might be real, at least the debate of it, the debate monogamy versus
about what's gonna happen,
polyamorous,
what's gonna happen with
open relationships,
and keeping it at that, like sticking to what your rules are. I mean,
so help me understand this. Okay, let's paint a scenario. You talk about sticking with your rules.
You about to go in.
Would you want in place? Let's say I was even willing to entertain
you giving that hand clap.
What rules would you want in place?
Well, I mean, first, like, whoever, if they're
very triggering for me, y'all. I'm just putting that out there. It's very triggering. But go ahead.
We can see.
So
it triggered me a little bit too.
Basically, one of the rules is that if we do anything with anybody else, then we both know who that person is, where we're going. If it's a hookup,
that sounds like
a random hookup, then of course you would
I want to know who all you're sleeping with.
You would know everything about what's about to happen, in correspondence to it. If I were to do something alone, that's not to say that I want to do everything alone. I might want it to be a three-way. I might want it.
I don't like to share.
I might see a hot couple, and I might want to. Maybe we have some couples. But
MJ's face.
That's really what I'm into. Like, I mean, it's all about having clear communication. I feel like you're checking out.
Oh, that was a cut. There you cut there.
Like I'm losing you.
And he hadn't edited, I think, until this point, unless I missed it, which.
I don't know how to respond to that.
Interesting. He might have said, "At this point, you pull me in."
I don't know how.
Let's start again. Take two.
It's just like. This is such a tricky
Oh, there was a cut.
To me, it's just
now we're getting into the cuts.
I don't get it. Like, I fundamentally would love to have sex with any and everybody who I see that I like, but I have. I don't know if you call it discipline. If
there were no consequences.
I like the idea of me focusing on one person, and so when you say, "Are you losing me?" This is a core value for me, and I'm willing.
That's why I don't understand why you guys didn't have this discussion.
I don't want to compromise. In a relationship, you have to compromise on many different things. I want a house in the hills. You want a house in the city. We'll figure out a middle ground. And, using it as an example, but like for something like this is a core value. This is like I want kids if you and you don't. We kind of talked through that already.
Which they talked about the kids, but you ain't talk about the fact that to me, I want to be able to sleep with tons of people while we're together. Get out of here.
If this is what you genuinely feel, it's unfair for you to compromise on this. And
we can't even get to kids if we can't just be monogamous.
Although I'm not trying to convince you of anything, I'm bothered and really, really troubled by this because it's like I really like you. Like, I really like you.
And I like you too.
Oh.
But I know that there's not enough like in the world to make sense of this. And so for me, it's like it's a sunny day outside, and you're about to go out, and you want to go outside and hang out, and a big ass rain cloud appears, and you fuck, I gotta change my plans now. I just don't know how we can have a relationship.
That was a cut.
It's definitely doable. It's definitely something that we can do. Like,
Well, for
What
you,
about the fact that it makes me uncomfortable? You think
Right.
I'm gonna grow out of it?
the thing is, if I were to keep my sexual desires bottled up, like the thought, like I don't want there to be infidelity. I don't want there to be any break of trust.
there better not be.
And I would be honest and communicate anything with you. And it's not like it would be something that would be all the time. It would just be something that.
Because I'm gonna
you know,
love to
every
hear
once in a
about
while,
people you've
you know?
slept
find
with
these people?
when you come back home. Get the
I can find them online.
So random Randys can come into our life.
Corey's grinning his face like, I'm confused. Why is this a problem?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, look at the face.
I'm gonna go. I think we need to talk about this.
I'm gonna go.
off camera. I'm gonna go.
Which is what this whole
We'll talk about it.
series should have been, off camera. Oh, it gets me so emotional. It gets me revved up, and not a lot of things get me revved up. But anyway, that was part 2, the follow-up to the first video where it obviously MJ Harris, the relationship expert, discovers for the first time in front of his friends and an audience of millions on a recorded video, mind you, that his quarantine bae did not want to be in a monogamous relationship. So, I don't know. This one was better though. I will give them that. There were less edits, like up until like the last quarter of the video. The acting to me was really good. So I do believe that maybe the debate might have actually been real at certain points. But I think at the point where the cut started, it was kind of like, okay, well, we need to kind of wrap this up and make it in a certain kind of way. That's good writing. But anyway, that is my reaction to the MJ Harris part 2 where I forgot the name of this thing. Oh, me and Corey have a very heated talk about monogamy. So that brings this reaction video to a close. Please come back to my channel. I'm gonna have at least there's 2 more follow-ups now. So this is a 4-part. I just thought about it. 4-part series. So make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and come back for part 3 and 4 of the MJ Harris MonogamyGate videos. So with that, thank you guys for viewing. If you viewed to the end, type MJ Harris in the comments. Till next time, peace.